Hi everyone, welcome back to Abra Knowledge channel. Today's topic is when to use Six Sigma, and this I have prepared in MS SWI, and you can make use of this one, and it is very productive tool. Let me share my screen. Let me go to the home page. Yeah, this is the like summary page, you can call it. So we are going to discuss about when to use Six Sigma and overview of Six Sigma, key tools of Six Sigma, and key snippets followed by summary. Let's get started with the agenda. This is the agenda we're going to discuss, and overview of Six Sigma. Six Sigma mainly used for the to improve the repeatable process. When you say repeatable processes, it is collection of activities or monotonous activities when you have. In order to improve it, this Six Sigma comes very handy to solve any business problem, particularly a recurring problem. This is the powerful tool. Six Sigma serve as powerful tool, and it improvise the metric, whatever the business metrics you have, and it can improve the metric. Mainly, it focuses on the effectiveness because you have two sides. One is called lean, one is called Six Sigma. Lean focuses more on the efficiency, like speed and all that. Effectiveness, Six Sigma focus more on the effectiveness. When you have any recurring issues or when you have any repeated problems and all that, the best tool to use is Six Sigma methodology. You can use it, and we can also have a metric relating to the accuracy and relating to an effectiveness improvement. Use only when causes, relationship, and solutions are unknown, right? And the approach is for in every repeated issues and repeatable processes, we are going to use a DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, control. For non-repeatable processes or design, if you're brand new for all these, you can use DMADV, design, measure, analyze, design, verify. Let's go to key tools. Yeah. In tools, as I said that in the beginning, we talked about the structure, the approach. It uses a DMAC approach. Having said that, you can see that the goal of this one to reduce the defect by reducing variation. Every defect is a rejection. We must need to reduce the defect by reducing variation. Let's talk about the DMAC approach: define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. In define phase, you have a QFD, quality function deployment. All the customer requirement that we can translate into technical specification, and how we can fulfill those requirements. So that is one structure. You can follow house of quality, or you can follow QFD, quality function deployment. Kano model is it also a wonderful tool, because when you have a different solutions or when you have a different customer requirement, we can find it out what is the key requirement, what is must to have, what is good to have, what is taken for granted, and all that. So by Kano model, we can prioritize that what is the critical requirement of customer. And then finally, we have a project charter. Project charter, we are going to list it down all the steps which is required to convert that as a project, which is required to follow like a stipulated timeline and all that. Project charter is one final document which is like an endorsement given by management. All the steps you can narrate it down, and then you can have a follow through that deliverables, follow through that activities which are planned. So this is the output of define phase. Measure phase is most all the critical tools of Six Sigma does use in measure phase. You have a CP, CPK, PP, PPK. All these comes under process capability, and then you also have a control chart. Even in the measure phase, you can have a control chart. We can find out where the outlier are there, whether the process is stable or not stable. We can find out with the help of control chart. And then the data authenticity is very important as far as Six Sigma is concerned. If you have a continuous data, you can use GRR. If you have attribute data, you're going to use attribute agreement analysis. And then the third phase, you have analyze. In analyze phase is very interesting phase. We're going to talk about the quality tools all the quality, whether is a, you have fishbone diagram, Viva analysis, or all the quality tools are being used in analyze phase, even the Pareto. And hypothesis depend upon the data again, and all these things depend upon the data. You can use it. For example, t-test, you can use it, z-test, you can use it, and so on. And improve phase is the one which generate the solution. Yeah. So in this one, you can use a regression and scatter diagram regressions, you can use it. And then ANOVA, analysis of variance, design of experiment, wonderful model, and failure mode effect analysis, FMEA. And then the control phase, we can have all the control plan in place. You can have a different, what is a sampling plan, how we are going to have a risk mitigation plan, how we are going to sustain the project, how we are going to give the trainings, and all that in the training plan. The center theme is SPC, statistic process control. Whether once the solution is being developed, how the solution is going to be get sustained, and what changes when the special cases arises, how we are going to tackle those things. That's what we are going to talk about, SPC. So this is the BRUMIT. We can easily remember: define, measure, analyze, improve. This is the typical tools you can follow. But however, this tool subject to change based on your project, based on your scoping, based on your the critical issues what you have, and all that. Right? Let's go to the another one, key snippets, which I wanted to conclude. Bill Smith is the father of Six Sigma, the person who developed this Six Sigma. And Motorola, initially, this is coming from Motorola. You all know that Motorola define was not there, measure, analyze, improve, control. And then General Electric came, they also added define phase to it. So it is DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, control. Reducing the cost of poor quality creates the enormous opportunity to maximize the profit margin, right? So in order to improve the balance sheet, and one thing which you need to look out is cost of poor quality, right? So what are the different issues were happening, rejection, scrap, and all that? You can take control over it. You can measure and take control over it. Six Sigma focus on reducing the defect by reducing variation. Deviation, this is one good thing which Taguchi model says. Deviation from the target is called every variation incurred loss to the business, right? So any deviation from the target is a loss, is a variation, and is a loss. Never underestimate the risk. That is very, very important. And yesterday's, today's, and tomorrow. What do you mean by that? So, for example, whatever the previous lesson learned, list it down. What the current model you have, the solution which you are proposing, you can list down. What you can foresee as a risk, you can list it down. So that you will have a complete self-sustained project. Aware of negative dynamic, we also talked about in my other video. I also talked about it. For example, rush to accomplish is also failure mode. Our team is not giving a support. Management endorsement are not there. All these are negative dynamic, which we should be aware of it, and we should make sure that our project is running good. Project failure modes, for example, different project failure mode can happen. Sometimes you're directly jumping to solution without not identifying the root cause. What will happen? The issue will reoccur again and again. Never ever jump to solution. Find out the cause, evaluate the cause, and then you just everything with the help of a statistical approach, and then you come to solution. And this is the summary. And Six Sigma aims to provide, reduce the wastages, reduce the variation, and shorten the delivery time. It increase the profits and all that. So thank you very, very much. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe it. I will be making much more video, and you have wonderful day ahead.